goodness. Hi YouTube friends, my name is Penny, I am Weird Girl Vintage, and I am so sorry I haven't been posting very much lately. I have been really busy. List. I also work for a wedding planner, so we've had a few more weddings this month than the last couple months, so I've been pretty busy lately. But next week I'm actually going to New York. I'm gonna try to get like at least some pictures of some of the thrift stores there. And post them on my Instagram. So I've been posting a lot more on Instagram. I just haven't been great about YouTube. I'm sorry. But yeah, follow me on Instagram at Weird Girl Vintage. I'm gonna do a what sold video today, but it's gonna be for the whole month of August to kind of catch up. I think I'm just gonna do these for the months just because I don't, at the moment, really have time to do them every week. But yeah, I think it'll be better though because I'll show you really like the highlights. So the first one for the month was actually my fastest sale of the month. And that was this unbranded vintage sequined and beaded floral hook front jacket. And I always pick these up, but usually they have a brand. So since this one was unbranded, I listed it for $34.99 plus shipping. It sold right away that night. I want to say it sold within a few hours. That was awesome and kind of unexpected because it was unbranded. Next big one was this Denver Nuggets number 15 jersey. So I've had that one up for a while. I've gotten a lot of offers on it, but I ended up putting it on sale and somebody bought it right out. I think I had taken off offers at that point, because I just was tired of getting so many bad offers. So the next really good one was this shirt that, honestly, when I grabbed it, I wasn't really sure how it was gonna do, but I saw the name Porsche and I was like, that sounds great. So I grabbed this Porsche Driver Selection polo shirt, and that sold for $25 plus shipping, which I think is pretty good for a polo shirt. So whenever you see kind of a luxury brand printed onto something, like Porsche, I don't know, other car brands. I'm not the biggest car person. But yeah, keep an eye out. Honestly, car brands in general, I think, do pretty well. People get really into their cars, so they like to wear kind of like car merch. It just reminds me of that episode of Friends where Joey's got like all the, is it Porsche stuff? I think it's Porsche because he keeps pronouncing it Porsche-ah. Anyways, it's funny because he doesn't even have the car. Anyways, moving on, tangent. So the next really good one was this Jessica London blue leather jacket, which I found it. I thought it was so cool. I've had it for I think a couple months, but I definitely think this like colored leather is coming into style this fall, so I was really happy that it sold for $38, which I believe was the best offer. Next couple of good ones, I sold them kind of one after the other. The first one was this vintage 90s denim dress. It had buttons going all the way up the front. And I have definitely been selling a lot more vintage lately. I'm guessing it's because the Instagram and YouTube that I do is mostly focused on vintage. So I assume if people go into my store, they just look at the vintage stuff, which is really cool. I'm really glad I'm selling all of this because honestly, I really like the vintage, probably the most. The only other thing I like close to that is the Disney stuff I find, but you just never know when you're going to find a lot of Disney stuff. So that one was really cool, $22, which was an offer. And then the other one was this really nice turtleneck cropped long sleeve sweater from the brand Meester. And that was also vintage, super 80s style. And that one sold full out on sale, 20% off for $27.99 plus shipping. The cropped sweaters are definitely, I think, coming back in, which makes me really happy because that's definitely my style. I love crop tops. But yeah, so very exciting news on the vintage front. So the next one I wanted to share with you guys is this vintage Minnie Mouse flower dress. So I put in the title that there's some staining. It wasn't like a huge stain, but you could definitely see it. Like, probably you wouldn't see it if you were just walking around, but if you like looked at it, you would definitely see it. But I just wanted to share that because it did sell for an offer of $20 plus shipping, and I know sometimes people don't want to pick up things that have stains, or like they'll spend hours trying to get the stains out. And my opinion on it is, I feel like, you know, you can always just list it and see if someone wants it. And if you hold on to it for a really long time and nobody wants it, then maybe try to get the stain out. But I don't know, I feel like often people are more okay with stains and holes and things like that than you would think. Sometimes because they want to fix it themselves and they feel like they're getting it for a better price because they're going to fix it themselves. And sometimes just because people don't really care. Or maybe they're not going to wear it, they're just going to display it or use the logo for something. You never know with people. I mean, that one they could have just cut into a shirt. and the stain was on the skirt, so no one would know. So next one was another vintage piece. So that was, it was this vintage, like, photographer style safari vest from Banana Republic, and I was really surprised when I looked it up for comps. There was actually a lot of comps, so I guess this is something that sells pretty often, so keep an eye out for these, like, photographer vests. But that sold for $29.99, which was full price plus shipping. The next one was this Marmot puffy vest. I don't know if I've already mentioned Marmot, but it's definitely a good brand to look out for. Their outerwear definitely goes for pretty good prices. It had a few stains on it, but it did sell on sale for 20% off. So that was $35.99 plus shipping. And it was so fun to package to send off because, you know, with like those down ones, you like fold it, and then you're like, whoosh. Anyways, I had fun deflating it, basically. The next one was actually another puffer vest, funny enough, from another fabulous brand that I always grab when I see it, which is the North Face. But I was really lucky, and I found a North Face puffer vest new with tags. I think the tag said it was like $98 originally. So I listed it for $55.99, and it sold for full price, which was awesome. Yay. With things like that, where I think it has a high value, even if they paid for first class and it weighs under a pound, I'll sometimes still ship it priority just because, I don't know, I just don't want to deal with potential post office issues. I personally have not yet had any issues with the post office losing anything, knock on wood, but I just would rather be safe than sorry with something like that I feel like has a lot of value. So the next one I wanted to share just because I was like, oh, I would have never known what this was. So it was a New Orleans Voodoo arena football sweater. So basically I don't know a lot about sports, but there's like the NFL, and then there's like arena football, which is like, I guess like more fun, like you just go to have fun. I don't know how it works. But anyways, they're less mainstream teams, but people still definitely like them. And they don't have a lot of merch out there. So I sold this sweater for the New Orleans Voodoo, which is one of the teams in arena football, and it sold pretty quickly. I want to say at least within a few weeks for $24.99, which was full price. So yeah, that was exciting. Next one, I think I've mentioned these before, but definitely keep an eye out for cycling bibs, which are basically like the shorts with the straps. If you can find the jersey that goes with them, that's even better, or just a jersey. Anything cycling does pretty well, but this brand in particular, it seems like does really well. That sold for $39.99 plus shipping. Same day, this sold, I had gotten it just a few days before, and it's this new with tags Zara Kids jumpsuit. And I normally don't grab kids clothes, but this one was super cute, and it was brand new with tags, and it was a good brand, so I grabbed it, listed it for $29.99, and it sold pretty much within a couple days, I want to say. So that was awesome. So next one was there's a little story with it. So a while back, I found this Tory Burch sweater. I had it in a haul, and it was super nice, leather front, cashmere sweater. I was so sad because it had this big old rip in the side. It was like one straight rip on the shoulder. It wasn't on the seam, sadly, but I put it up for auction. I think I was starting it at $19.99, and I ran it a couple weeks. Nobody bid on it, even though there were watchers, and I was like, whatever, I'll just lower the starting price. So I lowered the starting price to $9.99, and there was a couple bids, and I was like, okay, cool, it'll sell. And I looked at it, that was my day off was when it was selling, and I looked at it at the end of the night, and it sold for $38.99 was the final bid, and I was like, what? Which was awesome. The first moral of the story is, grab stuff that you know is worth something, even if there's something wrong with it, because probably somebody will want it to fix it. And the second moral of the story is, don't start your auctions too high, start low. So next up, I had a couple really, really awesome jacket sales this week. And the first one was this, it had the most watchers of anything in my store. It was this Scotta Vest Get Wired jacket. And I think I had it in a haul, and I basically discovered that I had found the two parts of the jacket. You know, it's like the one that zips inside of a jacket. People kept making me offers. I had it listed for $100, and people kept offering like 60, 70. Literally that day I was thinking about taking off offers and just waiting for someone to buy it full price, but that day somebody offered me $90 plus shipping, And I was like, yes, absolutely, I love it. So I took the offer, and it's actually going to Canada right now, which is very exciting. So I hope they enjoy it. I'm really glad that it went to somebody that like really is going to appreciate it. If you guys do see jackets like this, basically they're technology-enabled clothing, and I honestly couldn't tell you exactly what that means, but they have all these wires like running through the jacket. So if you ever see wires running through a jacket, that's a really good sign. Keep an eye out. So the next and best sale of the month just made my heart sing, and it was this really, really, really cool purple suede leather jacket from Diesel, and it was probably the coolest thing that I had in my closet in my store. And I believe I had it listed, originally I had it listed for $200 with free shipping, and I knew that was a bit high, but I had it on sale for 20% off. I think it was listed at like $160. Somebody offered me $130, and I was like, that's perfect. So I took it, $130 free shipping. I think it weighed around 3 or 4 pounds, but no big deal. It still fit inside a polymailer. Yeah, it made me really happy, and I hope they enjoy it. It was, such a cool jacket. Like, when I found it, I thought about keeping it, probably give it to Connor because it's more his size, but, oh, what a cool one. I'm so glad that sold. And yeah, so that's pretty much all the highlights of the month. You know, obviously there were more sales than that, and the majority of sales that I get are around 15, 20, and then, you know, sometimes there's ones that are less than 10, plus shipping though, so. But, you know, honestly, like, I would say, like, I would rather have low sales than no sales. It's those $10 ones that really end up paying the bills, and then the higher amount ones that pay for, I don't know, the other bills. So yeah, thank you guys for watching. If you'd like to like and subscribe or comment, that'd be awesome. It really does mean a lot to me. Yeah, so I am going to be out of town for about a week. I'll try to keep you guys updated with what I find in New York. We're definitely going to go thrift shopping, but we're also definitely going to take in some shows. I'm a theater major, so I absolutely love the Broadway. I actually went to school in New York, funny enough, but that's a story for another time. But yeah, if you guys have any questions, comments, concerns, let me know. I'll throw up right here at the end of the video how much I made this month. Obviously, you know, this is before we talk about how much I spent on shipping, how much I made, or how much I spent on fees, how much I spent on inventory. So, you know, it's not like this is what I'm putting in my bank account without anything taken out. But it was a really good month for me, especially considering how slow the summer has been. So August definitely picked up. And I hope you guys' August have also been really good. And I hope you have an even better September. So have awesome lives, and I'll see you guys when I get back. Have a wonderful day.